There is a place where fog curls like fingers around broken stone, where screams, real or imagined, are swallowed by the Carpathian forest, and buried deep beneath the ruins of a once proud castle, the legend of a countess lives on in blood. Welcome to When Legends Speak. This is episode 1, Blood in the Carpathians. She was born into power, privilege, and something darker. Erzsébet Báthory, a name drenched in history, myth, and mystery. Noblewoman, countess, alleged serial killer. The woman history would come to know as the Blood Countess. But what is fact? What is fiction? And why does her name still drip with dread after more than 4 centuries? Čachtice Castle. 12 men, soldiers, clerks, and one half-frozen priest stand before the south gate. Their torches sputter, smoke twisting like black lace against the moon. The air somewhere tastes like iron. Somewhere a raven complains. A captain signals. The ram swings once, twice, and the broken door splinters inward with a howl of rusted nails. Inside, the courtyard is silent but for the drip of melting snow. A single lantern swings from a chain, throwing mad shadows across the stone. A clerk whispers shakily, "God preserve us, do you smell that?" It is the smell of sickness, old blood, and lie, layered so thick the cold can't bury it. They move in pairs, blades drawn, torchlight tonguing the walls. On the far side, a servant's stairwell yawns open like a throat. Halfway down, the priest lifts his lantern. There, beneath the steps, lies the first girl. Skin wax white, eyes fixed at nothing, wrists bound with twine. A frost halo crowns her hair. Her lips are cracked ice. A soldier gasps, "She's still warm." Another door gives way, and the corridor widens into a vaulted cellar. Barrels line the walls, wine, vinegar, and something else. On a crude table there sit iron tongs, a branding rod, a basin the size of a washtub, its rim black. Nearby, 2 more bodies, one draped across the wheel, the other curled beneath as though hiding from the dark, each bearing the Countess's meticulous cruelty. Burn rings at the shoulders, punctures along the ribs, neat triangles clipped from an ear. The captain counts aloud, 1, 2, 3, his voice cracking on every number he never expected to reach. A final door, heavy oak, bolted from the outside. They heave it open. Inside, candlelight reveals a tall woman in midnight silk, Erzsébet Báthory. Her hands rest on the arms of a carved chair, as if awaiting guests to a supper gone late. At her feet, a girl's body pools across the stone, warm blood still mapping in the mortar. The Countess raises one brow, serene. "Gentlemen, you are late." For a heartbeat, no man moves. Then the priest begins to pray in Latin. The captain steps forward, sword trembling against his cuirass. The spell breaks. Shouts, shackles, pounding boots. And in that silence, the legend of the Blood Countess is born. Let's hear a villager's tale. "I worked in the kitchens. I saw the girls come and not come back. They would arrive bright-eyed from poor villages like mine, told they would serve the Countess. And at first it was small things, screams in the night, blood on the stairs, but we kept quiet. You don't speak against the Báthory." Power and privilege. Erzsébet Báthory was born in 1560 to one of the most powerful families in Hungary, a cousin to princes tied by marriages to warlords. Her husband, Count Nadasdy, known as the Black Knight of Hungary, taught her discipline and cruelty. They ruled not only land, but lives. And in 17th century Hungary, noble blood often protected those who spilled others' blood. Was she evil or simply unrestrained? What's going on inside her mind? Some say Erzsébet watched a man die before she was 5, that she suffered seizures, that she was taught to torture by the age of 10. Others believe her sadism was her own invention, born of boredom, arrogance, and absolute power. One legend says she struck a servant girl. The girl's blood splattered onto the Countess's hand. When Báthory cleared the blood from her hand, the skin it touched looked younger. From that moment on, she was obsessed, bathing in blood, believing it could preserve her beauty. But is this science or scandal, madness or myth? The conspiracy. Here's the twist few people tell. There were no formal trials, no direct confessions. Most evidence came from tortured witnesses, or those who stood to gain from her fall. She was owed debts that were due for repayment. She had powerful enemies, and if Erzsébet Báthory was declared insane or monstrous, her lands could be seized. Was the Blood Countess truly a killer, or just a powerful woman destroyed by men who envied her? The line between history and horror is thin, and in Báthory's story, it may not exist at all. She was bricked into her own castle tower. No trials, no justice, no escape. 4 years later, she was found dead, alone and unrepentant, still claiming absolute innocence. But her legend only began to grow. In the next episode of When Legends Speak, we look beyond the blood, into the investigation, the hidden documents, and the strange men sent to silence the Countess of Čachtice Castle. This was episode 1, Blood in the Carpathians. Until next time, listen closely. Some legends are still speaking.